Hello everybody, this is Starman, and welcome back to Let's Play Fallout New Vegas. I am the Doctor. Well, last time, remember, we crashed out trying to get here to the Crimson Caravan offices, but we are here now. And the reason we are here now, when McCafferty is not, is I wanted to attempt to do the thing where we get the information that Cass wants, which just so happens to be in the office here. But I'm currently hidden. Oh, and to make this a bit easier, since it's impossible to have the office completely empty, anyway, Van Graff assignment. This is an agreement between the Crimson Caravan Company and the Van Graffs to undercut and eliminate all of our rival caravan companies in the region, such as the Gunrunners and Cassidy Caravans. In the case of Cassidy Caravans, Gloria Van Graff has agreed to use mercenaries against Cassidy Caravans to drive down the company's value, allowing Alice McCafferty to purchase the remaining assets at a bargain price. So, yeah, that seems to be a bit downright illegal. Which I think means we're going to go cash in our quest with McCafferty, because odds are she will not be wanting to have us work for her anymore, but
those cons got the hint. We've shown everyone that these are our new territories.
Welcome back.
Ballcat Press is no longer a problem.
Good. I'm sure you were thorough. Here's your payment for a job well done.
And strangely enough, you do not get the option to
It's been a pleasure.
try and use the press yourself to make more star bottle caps. You know, say well about McCafferty, though, she does sleep in the bunk with all the other common clay. But I think that will give us everything we need to appease Cass for the moment.
Let's hit the road. You find any evidence yet? I'm not gonna wait forever.
Matter of fact, here's the evidence of a deal. Without its twin, there's no proof.
So there's just one more safe to crack? Hope you can get to it. Say what you will about the two leading ladies. They watch their lockers like crows. Still, you got one, so the other might not be impossible. If you get both, then let's talk. And I appreciate you putting yourself at risk like this. Thanks.
Alright, so with that done, sounds like the bomber is flying. And
Hey, you're the one who's been going around helping people around here, right? The king says to keep up the good work. He said to give you this.
yeah, a stim pack. Well, that is a mighty nice reward.
If it can be bought, it can be found at Mick and Ralph's. If it can...
Come to the Silver Rush for all your energy weapon needs.
Well, it will be a shame to shut this place down, because as creepy as the Van Graffs are...
Sitting tight.
Anyway.
Welcome to the Silver Rush, New Vegas' best source of laser and plasma weapons.
Better check and see what they have in stock first.
I'm afraid I'm going to have to search you before letting you in. The only weapons allowed on the premises are the ones we're selling.
Okay, search away.
It should only take a moment. There, I've stowed all of your weapons. You're clear to enter. When you leave, I'll hand them all back to you.
The bosses are having a meeting. You'll have to wait until it's over.
Oh
Mr.
boy.
Soren, please get to the point. The second half of your payment is late, and I want to know why.
Miss Van Graff, my associates and I have decided
Ah,
we wish to
note that Willow has not had her weapons taken.
Might I ask for what reason? The shipment was delivered. The guns were tested before leaving this facility.
Regardless, we feel that the quality of the weapons is below expectation and hope to adjust the price accordingly.
Ah, I think I understand what the issue here is. Excuse me for a moment, would you? Do it. Never break faith with the Van Graffs, Mr. Soren. I expect you'll have the rest of our payment ready tomorrow morning. Okay, everyone. Show's over. Back to work.
So, a bunch of heavily armed guys with plasma weapons. And they have all this stuff that can be grabbed off the shelf. If you're feeling very, very foolish. Oh. I could lock the ashes, oddly enough, but it looks like, despite everything... Yeah, they confiscated all my weapons, but because I had the sonic screwdriver in hand, it's still acting like I'm holding it when I try and interfere with containers. One might think I'd almost planned that out.
Welcome to the Silver Rush, where only top-of-the-line energy weapons can be found. What can I do for you?
Yeah, and we can work for them, but all of their work is of a disagreeable sort. In fact, if you work for them long enough, they eventually hire you to kill Cassidy. Which we're not going to do, so...
Of course.
I have a heavy incinerator instead of just regular incinerator. And yeah, I cannot sell any of my weapons to her, oddly enough, but... I can get rid of just enough to get rid of the mods, I think. Oh, I completely forgot I'm still carrying this power armor around. Let's see, did they search JT? They did not.
Welcome to the Silver Rush.
Yeah, would you mind purchasing some of these weapons I snuck in here? Or the hot plate? Oh, got some of my money back at least. At any rate.
Get the fuck away from me.
The last man who bothered me volunteered to help test our weapons.
Yeah, about that. Well, I had thought that there was a staircase back there, but no, it's behind where all the guys with the weapons are. And that one is staring right at me. I wonder, though, will he respond to me just unlocking the door? Apparently not. I have no idea how JT managed the task of opening the door without thumbs, but even with the open door, they don't seem to notice, or the open window. So let's see what's in this note to Gloria. Dear Ms. Van Graff, it comes to my attention Cassie Caravan has suffered a number of setbacks recently. I can only hope these latest events drive that young boozehound of an order to finally sell me her remaining assets. As per our agreement, I have spent my not considerable efforts toward weakening your competitors, the gun runners. You can expect a mysterious and sudden surge in sales in the future. So, with that accomplished,
Is it just me, or does it seem like we're always getting into situations like this?
that is fair. Anyway, wait for all of my stuff to come back. Pulse mines. A throwing spear, and another throwing spear. Alright, so with that accomplished,
Let's roll out then. You find any evidence?
here's both pieces of evidence.
No shit. There it is. The blood, the motive, as clear as day. They must have penned these with snake venom. But we got it. Now what? Sure, this damns them, but only if someone listens.
Anyone you trust in NCR?
Well, Jackson and the Mojave outpost could get it to the folks in the west. I wouldn't trust anyone closer to the Colorado. And the Crimson Caravan and the Van Graffs have their heart back west. Not sure it'll do any good, though.
Well, if you don't listen, we can do things your way.
Alright, let's do it. Listen to what he has to say.
Alright, well, with that done, we will head all the way over to the Mojave Outpost, where I'm idolized as a force of law and order. Oh, don't laugh.
Hey. Appreciate the help. Wish I had more work for you, but nothing else on the radar at the moment.
Hey, no problem. I had work for you. I have evidence of a caravan conspiracy.
What is it? Let me see. All right, this explains a lot of the lost caravans. I thought it was Legion work, but
Can you get it to the right people?
I can, if you make me a promise. I need you to swear you won't take revenge on Gloria or Alice. If you do, then your case is over, and we can't see that justice is done. I know some things are hard to let go. You and Miss Cassidy need to understand that. Hear me?
If you can promise it'll get where it needs to go.
I can promise that. What happens after? Not even God himself could move the Congress in or out of session. And this is a tricky matter. God, what a mess. People turning against each other when the Mojave's at risk of falling? If the Republic's sinkhole progress doesn't kill us, greed will. Thanks for bringing me this. I know revenge must have been tempting. For what it's worth, I appreciate you didn't shed any more blood. We need to save our strength for the Legion.
You're welcome.
I'll do what I can. And those folks that got killed need to be answered for.
Alright, so with that done...
Well, that's settled, I suppose.
Are you alright?
Feels... I don't know. I guess I feel relieved. I don't know what I feel. Wait, that's not true. I think the NCR back west, when riled, is going to be the worst enemy the Van Graffs and the Crimson Caravan ever had. They're all so mired in procedure and paper out there. The kind of evidence we gave is going to be worse than shooting them. I think that settles accounts with me, and my men. That was some tricky political maneuvering, but worth it, even if it takes a few years.
Okay, Cass has gained the Calm Heart perk, giving her a permanent health bonus. And we never got around to asking her any big questions, but let's get this out of the way before we level up again.
I'm fair with chucking dynamite, not bad with a pistol, if I do say so myself. Carry a knife, too, but that's more for practical reasons. Prefer settling things with my fists, though. Made more friends than corpses in bar fights. Plan on keeping it that way. Don't think I'm some kind of Vault City pacifist, though. If things get heated, I'll start shooting. Trust me.
Whiskey or drink of choice?
Not sure if I chose it, or it chose me. Dad ran a bar a long time ago, and it was a labor of love, Mom said. Didn't sound like it made her happy. Still, I'm guessing I got some of Dad's love of whiskey in me because the burn suits me fine. Used to call me Whiskey Rose back west, before I punched enough people, so now they say it, but quiet, and when I'm not around.
Whiskey Rose?
Yeah, on account of my name. And the blossoms on my cheeks when I drink too much. Won most of those fights, too. Can take a hell of a punch and give it right back when I've got a bottle in me. It's all in how you drink it, though. There's a trick to it. When we pass the bottle, I'll show you how it's done.
Where do you usually go to drink?
There's usually a bar in every stop along the road. Helps me sleep. Well, not really, but I tell myself that. Sometimes I have to brew it myself if I'm too far from a bar. Not quality, but I'm for anything that takes the edge off the day.
Wait, you can make moonshine?
Yeah. What else you gonna do with an empty bottle? Wait for it to refill itself? Get me some ingredients out of the Mojave, an empty bottle, a little time, and I'll keep us stocked.
So, maize, 2-month roots, yeast, and a fission battery? Next time, maybe. And what do you think of the NCR?
NCR is my country, and I support it. Anyone who says otherwise, I'll feed them my knee. I know which side of the firing line I'm on in the Mojave, just so you know.
There's a but in there.
Yeah, there is. I'm not some blind, flag-saluting, do-as-they-will NCR lover. They're family. But let me tell you what family means. You ever had a brother? Some dumbass younger brother, say, who knocked up the pastor's daughter, can't hold a job, and is home away as a jail cell? That's NCR. Their compass is spinning all the time.
So they lack direction.
They try to put their stake in everything they see. Nobody's dick's that long. Not even Long Dick Johnson, and he had a fucking long dick. Thus the name.
Yeah, I got that part, thanks.
So NCR tries to hold on to everything. They can't, because it's too big for them to get their arms around. They can't guard the roads. They can't put a line of troops around the Mojave. It's just greed that makes the heads back west even try.
So the Mojave suffers.
Aside from the people in the towns, it's the soldiers that suffer for it most. Ever seen NCR troops asked to go after gangs at 3-to-1 odds? That bear flag doesn't make them bulletproof. And when those gangs were caused by NCR in the first place, like the powder gangers, Caesar on a crutch. Don't get me started there.
So, what's the alternative?
Look, don't get me wrong. I wouldn't want the Brotherhood, or the Followers, or the Vegas families running the Mojave. All of them are a different kind of fuck-up. NCR just has some shaping up to do. Maybe Caesar kicking them in the nuts is a nice wake-up call, is all I'm saying. I just wish Caesar would kick the heads of NCR, not the feet. I've fucked a soldier in my time. They don't need to get fucked by their orders.
And how's caravan life in the Mojave?
Well, I'm not one for soft living or soft men, let me tell you. Otherwise, I wouldn't be talking to you right now, on both counts.
Not sure I understand the answer.
The caravan fighting here in the Mojave, it's been downright brutal. The amount of caravan space you reserve for ammo alone. And if it's not raiders, powder gangers, it's NCR tolls. They need to get the money from somewhere, even if it's Vegas bound.
You mostly deal with NCR?
Anyone wise does. Vegas families pay on time, from what I've heard. Even the Omertas. The White Gloves pay on time, but they're creepy. Deal with anyone else, though, you're taking a big risk.
What about Caesar's Legion?
The Legion? What about them? I don't trade caps or supply anyone who keeps slaves and treats women like Brahmin in those camps of theirs.
Do they deal with any caravans at all?
There's some caravans that deal with the Legion, yes. And as much as it pains me to say it, any caravan marked by the Legion is safe as houses. They guard their roads, their supply lines. Even fiends would hesitate before going after any trader dealing with Legion.
You sound frustrated.
I am. If NCR took the same stand and committed patrols to the roads, then I think that'd solve a lot of their problems right there. But they don't. Caravans get butchered in the Mojave all the time, like mine. And so fucking close to Vegas, you could see it from the wall.
There must be good parts of the Republic.
NCR tries. It's just that trying doesn't mean a whole lot when you're paying your respects to the dead. And Legion, from what I've heard, they don't do the stop tolls on the roads or in the outposts like some NCR quartermasters do. You're lucky if you turn a profit sometimes. If some new officer gets assigned a route, the fees just get worse.
Any ever differences between Legion and NCR?
Much as I hate the Legion, caravan life would be a hell of a lot easier if they ran the roads. Well, as long as those companies were run by men, and that's the biggest issue I see. And it's a shame, but I think there's people on the NCR side who feel more strongly than I do.
What do you mean?
Some caravans deal with the Legion now because the security. If towns could get the same protection, a lot more tempting than you'd think. A bunch of people would be willing to side with the Legion to not have to worry about fiends and boomers and powder ganger attacks. It's not hard for some folks to sell freedom when the alternative is worse. Especially if being with NCR is going to get you on a Legion cross.
And what can you tell me about New Vegas?
Much as anyone else. Cazador trap. You fly in, the city sucks a pint out of you, then you're out on the street. NCR makes a habit of going there and dumping cash. Only the Strip gets fat off it. Couldn't tell you much more than that. Not really one for New Vegas when there's enough dump water bars in the Mojave to last me.
And how'd you get started in the caravan business?
Started? Took to it like a fish to water. Well, if you know what a fish is.
I'm familiar. Do you know what a fish is?
Well, of course I do. It's this slimy, scaled thing. Like a lake lurk, except no legs. Well, most times. They're like birds, except they stay underwater. Anyway, I've seen pictures. One guy even had one above his bar in Reading, except it was made of pre-war plastic. He used to say it could sing, but I figured he was on a jet rush.
So you just started the caravan?
Actually, it sort of fell on me. My feet get antsy if I stay in one place, like the Mojave outpost. was driving me crazy, that feeling of being trapped there. So, thanks for that.
So you've traveled a lot.
Yeah. West, east, and passed through places enough times people would sometimes pay me some caps to take something to the next town.
What, like a courier?
Well, not as glamorous, I guess. Roads back west were safer in most places. Most. Anyway, occurred to me I could scratch the traveling itch and get paid for it. Cassidy caravans formed around me. Rest is history.
I had other questions.
Ask them then.
And, well, actually, I don't have other questions.
Don't have a...
And I almost forgot all about the leveling and all that. Alright.
We won't go quietly. The Legion will count.
Well, with that done... Let's see. Still trying to find the caps. Oh, yes, we do need to go back and talk about Rex. But first things first. Oh, and all my Sunset Sarsaparilla from a day ago has finally worn off. What a kick. Oh, and wait.
Like that? That had to hurt.
Wow, I got XP
Hey, you're the
and
one who's been going around helping people.
didn't have to do anything. Oh, and he gave me maize, which is what the Native Americans call corn. Yeah, corny line, I know. And we got here just in time for the lights to turn on.
For all your shopping needs. We've got stuff we're not even allowed to sell, people.
Oh! Apparently the Van Graff guy, word got out. Which means I probably don't want to go by the Crimson Caravan looking for work either.
Hey.
We're hearing that radio pretty well for 2 floors away from it.
I don't know these guys.
And apparently we were not meant to come in here, but
All I do all day is read magazines. You'd be amazed what you can learn from them.
I think I might be. But
Things have been a lot better since you helped with those soldier boys. Thanks again. So, what can I do for you?
Drew Farkas said there's a man in Jacobstown who can treat Rex.
She said, what? Why didn't she just say so when I was there? Actually, come to think of it, I was pretty angry when I went down there. I vaguely recall something about upending a few tables, maybe knocking out one of her doctors. Anyway, that's incredible news. Only thing is, there's too much going on around here for me to make a trip like that. And I need all of my guys just to keep things settled here. You seem to be awfully interested in my boy Rex here, and you've done some good work for me already. I'll tell you what, you promised to get Rexy here to that doctor, and I'll lend him to you. What do you say?
Absolutely.
I can't thank you enough. Now, there's a few things you should know about old Rex here if you're going to be traveling together. First, he hates rats. Can't stand the things. Giant rats, mole rats, doesn't matter. He catches a whiff of one, and he's off like a shot after him. He's normally pretty obedient, but you might have to chase him some if he goes after one of the little varmints. Second, he doesn't like hats, or the people wearing them. Don't ask. I have no idea why. Maybe because it rhymes with rats. That should be it, though. Other than the occasional bad spot when his brain starts hurting him, that is. But I'm hoping you will see to that. I wish you both luck. Take care of my Rex now, you hear? Rex, this is your new master. Protect him as you would me.
Rex gives you the Search and Mark perk.
Hi.
Oh, wait. It just occurred to me. Yeah, hopefully that hat thing will not apply to my companions.
Hey, isn't that the king's dog?
Yep. Alright, well, we're a little past the halfway mark, so I think we'll go ahead and close this chapter out here. And we'll go ahead and start with this nice little picture of everybody checking out the scene. But next time, we head to Jacobstown and see about healing Rex. See you then.